Got a buddy at work who asked me to sharpen this for him. It is a buck Bantam. It's one of their budget-friendly line of knives. It's got a copperhead kind of texture and look. It's just a budget line buck lockback. He asked me to sharpen it for him. Figured this would be a good time to show off my Shapton Glass. I haven't used these stones except for one sharpening. Figure we'll give them a go and see what we can do with this knife. Now the steel on this is 420 HC. Normally with that steel I don't like to take it to a polished edge. However, most of his knives he really wants a mirror finish, so that's what we're going to do. The base of the cutting edge is all jacked up. I'm not going to interfere with that. Normally I would extend that choil out, but I'm just going to leave it be on this one. Now with the Shapton Glass, they are true splash and go stones. Just a dash of water and you're ready to rock. Now I'm starting on the 500 grit here, and we are going to take it all the way to 8,000. I don't do this nearly enough to show you guys what I'm looking at as I go. So at the very apex of the knife you can still see the factory scratches, and then just behind that you can see my sharpening. Now because of this sharpening notch, you can see right here where I'm getting differential grinding. That entire section is being skipped even though I'm concentrating in that area. So I may have to put a sharpening notch in this after all. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that before I get much further. That should get us where we need to go, hopefully. I may have to grind that flare down just a little bit, but I think it'll come out okay. Let's put her on the stone and see what happens. Just grinding that little ramp down a little bit. Now I've ground some pretty jacked up blades before, but this one's pretty close to the worst I've ever seen. That Spyderco Efficient is probably worse than this one, but this one's pretty bad. So I had to change the angle on this twice, increasing it each time. So you're going to see a little bit of a shoulder that's at a different angle than the rest of the knife. So this looks fairly good. I've got most of it fairly symmetrical, though there are some problem areas. I still got a nasty burr right here. When you get out here towards the tip, this area had a hollow right here that I couldn't reach, so I had to just keep grinding and keep grinding till I got through to it. And then the tip, you see that? That's where they went at an extremely, they went at an extremely high angle coming off, I guess, the grinder, and they did it on both sides. So the tip is at a different angle than the rest of the bevel. So you've got a weird low spot there that I'm really going to have to grind in and reprofile the hell out of if I want to get that out. And to be quite honest, I don't. Now this side, the bevel is extremely skinny and narrow. And I still got a little more work to do back here. So and it's even lower angle than this side. So if this side I did at 20 degrees, this side I did around 10. And you can see the bevel size difference. And that's due to this main grind being off center. And really changing the angles is about the only thing I know of that you can do to get that looking halfway decent. And even doing that, I'd have to grind this at an even more acute angle to get it that narrow, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to go with it the way it is currently. I'm going to work that back just a little more, get that shiny spot right there, and at the very base, get those out right there, get those two areas out, and I'm going to work the tip just a little bit more. And when I come back, we'll pick up on the 1K stone. This is the 1K Shapton Glass. All we've got left now is to just clean up the scratches and get this guy polished up. Like I said, those bevel sizes are just going to have to make do. Next up is the 4000 grit. This is where we'll start to see some luster come through. And my final stone, 8000 grit. Finally, stropping on white compound. And you guys know I had to bring it back. I got some more spool ordered from sharpeningsupplies.com. People keep telling me I need to use that fulcrum, that thing where you rest your edge in and make your test. I talked about this previously, but for those of you who must have missed that, using that fulcrum creates a drawing motion in your knife. Therefore, any test you use with it, in my opinion, is skewed. You don't have to use it. The literature plainly states if you have a knife or an edge that's funky shaped, it's perfectly fine to rest the edge upon the thread and then apply pressure. Now, somebody made a good point that I should start marking the edge with a Sharpie so I can start trying to test the same area. So that's what we're going to do here. So I just got a little dot Sharpie marker, and I want to try to rest that each time in the same spot. What do we get? 242. $233. $178. $97. $101. $103. So after doing the averaging, the first test came out to 218. The second test came out to 100. Can you guys see the issue I have with this thing? Once again, I'm left speechless. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below. I will have the best numbers at the end of this video so you can compare these results. As always, I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one.